The longest government shutdown in history is officially over. So, what happens now? We're live in Washington. And when could Oklahomans start getting their full SNAP benefits? We've got an update. Plus, 2 reports into hazing incidents involving OU fraternities are released. We have the details. This is OU Nightly.
The government is now open, however, everything is not back to normal. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Kariana Gamboa.
And I'm Reagan Garvin. The shutdown went for 43 days, making it the longest in U.S. history. Now the government is facing the aftermath with recovering from the shutdown.
Right now we're live in D.C. with Gaylord News reporter Leah Smith. Leah, what's the latest with the government reopening?
Thanks, Kariana. So the House approved the bill last night to reopen the government, and the bill went to President's desk after. President Trump signed the bill almost immediately after, and now workers are beginning to return to work, and national parks are slowly starting to open back up.
And with those furlough workers being able to go back to work, how is the government dealing with this?
So agencies will start seeing back pay beginning on Saturday, and it'll spread through different agencies into next week. Since this was a record-breaking shutdown, this is a slow process, but things should get back to normal within the next couple of weeks.
Finally, Leah, how will Oklahoma be impacted with the government reopening?
So we are going to see SNAP benefits fully funded for the month of November, and there should be no more canceled flights since air traffic control will stop seeing callouts. Oklahomans who are federal employees will be able to return back to work, and they'll start seeing back pay soon.
Thanks, Leah, for those updates. Now, the Agriculture Secretary, Brooke Rollins, says her department began working immediately once the government reopened last night to restore all SNAP benefits for November. She says they hope to get most people their benefits by Monday at the latest. Oklahoma, like other states, gets to decide how quickly benefits will be distributed. We spoke with an employee at the Cleveland County, Oklahoma and Human Services, and they told us they don't know when the benefits will go out.
More than 1,000 flights are still grounded across the country as a result of the government shutdown. But Will Rogers International Airport in Oklahoma City says it hasn't seen delays or cancellations since Monday. We spoke with Will Rogers International Airport Public Information and Marketing Manager, and they said if your flight connects at a major hub airport such as DFW or Atlanta, you may experience delays or even cancellations due to the reduction in flights from last week. We're told it could take another week or 2 before things get back to normal.
Even with the government shutdown being over, many Americans are still struggling to make ends meet. A new Bank of America report shows 1 in 4 households are living paycheck to paycheck, with 95% of their income being spent on basic necessities like food and housing. Economists say this is a big red flag and could end up weakening the entire consumer-driven economy.
And new tonight, 2 campus hazing investigations are complete. Both involve OU fraternities and their new member orientation activities. OU Nightly's Jack Hancock joins us live from the South Oval with the details. Jack.
Yeah, Reagan, I actually have both of those reports here from the university's Department of Student Conduct, and they focus on the Kappa Sigma and Phi Delta Theta fraternities of the university. They allege that both violated students' rights and responsibilities. Kappa Sigma violated the university's alcohol policy and supplied minors with alcohol, as well as harming them physically. In one instance, the fraternity required members to drink a beverage that one member was allergic to, and it resulted in his hospitalization. As for Phi Delta Theta, they violated the alcohol policy as well as causing humiliation and embarrassment for members. Now, both will face sanctions from the university that will reduce the number of social events they can have, require mandated trainings, as well as community service. OU Nightly has reached out to both fraternities' national organizations and have not heard back. Reporting live from the South Oval, Jack Hancock, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Jack. The release is part of new requirements from the Stop Campus Hazing Act. Universities that receive federal funds must now release information regarding campus hazing investigation to the public.
News from the state capitol today. Governor Kevin Stitt granted death row inmate Tremaine Wood clemency this morning. Wood was scheduled to receive a deathly lethal injection. Instead, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. This comes after Wood stabbed a man to death during a botched robbery in 2002. The state of Oklahoma has carried out 2 executions in the last year.
Turning to our national and international headlines, on Wednesday, the House Oversight Committee released 20,000 pages of new documents pertaining to Jeffrey Epstein. Many high-profile officials are listed, including President Donald Trump. In a bipartisan effort, lawmakers are urging the Justice Department to release all relevant information pertaining to the case. A vote to release the information is expected sometime next week. And the United States Justice Department is suing the state of California following the approval of new congressional districts. Last week, California voters approved Proposition 50, which could add 5 new House seats. Attorney General Pam Bondi calls it a, quote, brazen power grab. Republican-controlled states across the country have attempted to pass similar measures for their states. And as war rages on, a $100 million scandal in the energy sector is rocking much of Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has asked for the removal of 2 top officials connected to the nation's nuclear energy agency. The European Union has warned that this scandal could hurt the nation's funding.
Now, it's been quite a perfect Thursday, but I'm feeling these temperatures are more, those first fall temperatures, but good thing we have OU Nightly meteorologist Aiden Bruns to kind of sort everything out before we head over to holiday season.
Yeah, Kariana, you're just right. It is warm out there, and for it almost being Thanksgiving time, well, 70s are definitely not usual. We're at 78 degrees here in Norman and Oklahoma City as well. We've got 80s down in Purcell and Chickasha, and the rest of the state is seeing a pretty similar story. We've got 70s across most of the state's temperatures, and compared to yesterday, we're also sitting about the same, if not warmer. So we are still on that warming trend. But if you're heading out tonight, if you got any plans, we're still going to be cooling down into the 60s pretty quickly. So we'll see 65 by 10 o'clock tonight. But as for the rest of the forecast, we'll go over how warm it's going to get and how windy it's going to get as well. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Aiden. And it's about that time of year again. Respiratory virus season is creeping upon us.
Coming up, we'll tell you how to give yourself an immunity boost naturally.
And the Oklahoma City Thunder took on a familiar Western Conference foe last night.
Plus, the Sooners may be down a few key starters before heading to Tuscaloosa. Ethan Vegas will tell you who coming up in sports.
Was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
In flu season, but there are ways to naturally protect against viruses like COVID-19, influenza, and RSV. CNN's Mandy Gaither explains how you can boost your immune system.
It's that time of year again. Respiratory virus season typically peaks between December and February, and as we get deeper into it, it's important that your body is prepared.
I am anticipating, as I think we all are, a rough respiratory season.
Dr. Sarah Nozel with the American Academy of Family Physicians says the first line of defense is vaccination. There are vaccines that protect against flu, RSV, and COVID-19, but there are also natural ways to give your immune system a boost, and that starts with getting your underlying medical conditions under control.
Do you have any medical problems that we should be preparing your asthma medications for the fall and winter? Should we be making sure your diabetes is well controlled?
Next, Nozel says make healthy choices. That includes consistent exercise, staying hydrated, and eating foods like fruits and vegetables.
We want our body to have all of the nutrients, not to be deficient in any nutrients.
Getting good quality sleep is also critical for immune system health, as is managing stress. And Nozel's final tip, make sure everyone in the family frequently washes their hands with soap and water.
When you touch your nose, your mouth, your eyes, or even your face, and your hands have not just been washed, you are likely transmitting small bits of virus to yourself throughout the virus season.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Dr. Nozel says that if a patient smokes, one of the best ways to avoid an infection is to stop smoking or at least cut back on it.
Next on OU Nightly, see how students on campus reacted to new announcements from the OU Board of Regents.
And the projected improvements to the Gaylord Family Memorial Stadium.
Plus, lots of students have been trading sweatshirts for t-shirts this week, but we still have a chance to see record-breaking temperatures heading into the weekend. So how warm are we going to get? I'll let you know after the break.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Everyone, and happy Thursday. I mean, it's been a warm day and pretty sunny day out there, but looking at our campus cam, that sun goes down early and earlier every single day, but still a pretty sight out there. We're sitting at 78 degrees right now, so it's pretty toasty, a bit breezy as well, with winds out of the south-southeast at 11 miles per hour. But what do you need to know when you're heading in to your day tomorrow? Well, we're still going to be pretty chilly overnight, still above average, but we're going to be in the 60s as we get out the door for a commute or walk to class. So keep that in mind. You still might need a sweatshirt heading out the door, but we've got a chance chance to see some warm temperatures in the 80s possibly for our highs tomorrow. So you're definitely going to be fine with t-shirts and some shorts. But across the state, we're looking at 80s for most of the story, 76 in Enid, but pretty much 80s, and this is very much above average with a normal of 62 degrees in Oklahoma City. So not at all what we're looking at right now, which is why we've got a chance to see some record-breaking temperatures. For tomorrow, our forecasted high is 81 degrees, but the record is 80 degrees from 2011. So there's a good chance that we could break some records with that one, seeing how warm we're going to get. But also, we've got a chance for some wind gusts to be picking up as well. It's been pretty breezy today, and as we head into tomorrow, we're still looking at 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts. So the hair is going to be blowing around. Keep that in mind for anything you're going to be doing outside. You might need a claw clip, girls, or a hair tie. And then Saturday, again, still a chance to see some higher wind gusts. They're all going to be out of the south, which is also fueling some of these warmer temperatures for us. And they might die down heading into the later half of this weekend, but wind mixed with dry weather means we've also got this drought going on. We are in that severe category pretty much here in Norman. It's been about 15 consecutive days since Norman's seen even a 1/10 of an inch of rain. So we do really need it. And the good news is there is a good chance in the next 6 to 10 days, the Climate Prediction Center has us above average for some rain chances. So that is some good news. But heading into the weekend, it is still going to be dry. Saturday, we've got a high of 84. The record is 82. So again, we could be breaking some temperature records with that one. We get a cold front heading into Sunday. So 75 for a high, still above average with that normal being 62 degrees. So cooling down, but still warm. As for your 7-day forecast, though, we still have these warmer temperatures. We've got game day on Saturday in Tuscaloosa against Alabama, and the temperatures stay pretty much above average. But looking at Wednesday and Thursday is when those rain chances finally come up that we saw on that graphic from the Climate Prediction Center. But as for now, guys, we're still going to be warm. So what are we thinking about for weekend plans? Maybe game day? Anything going on?
Yeah, you know, I was actually thinking going on a patio, you know, watching the game, eating some food. So I don't need like a sweater or anything?
No, absolutely not. T-shirt, shorts, all you need.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like a perfect day.
Yeah, Reagan, what are you doing?
I might go play some pickleball. I'm going to try to stay outside for as long as I can.
Exactly. We've got perfect weather for it, so might as well take advantage while it's still around.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Aiden. Owen Field is receiving a facelift, but it comes at a hefty cost. OU Nightly reporter Michael Thompson has the story on the controversial renovations.
Renovations to Owen Field have been in talks for the last 10 years, and on Tuesday morning, the OU Board of Regents confirmed changes coming to the west side of the stadium, which includes a new press box, some new suites, which could limit capacity in the stadium. Now, some students around campus have mixed opinions on the changes coming.
You already can't get all of the students in that want to go, and then, like, along with that, all the parents and like family members that come. I don't know. I feel like having less amount of people probably isn't the best play.
I'm not a huge fan of that. I think, you know, have more seats, have more people. The luxury boxes, you know, I don't think those people engage too much into the game, and they don't get too rowdy up there.
$400 million dedicated to one part of the university.
They probably could be used elsewhere.
The football brings in a lot of people, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of other stuff that it could go to.
But it's not all negative.
I think the draw is it's going to make money, right? The luxury boxes will make the university a lot of money. So I guess if they make the money back, maybe it's fine.
Brakebill has her opinion on where the money should go.
OU parking. OU parking.
While the capacity might go down now, the north side will be renovated in the next phase of the project, all with the goal of maintaining the legacy of Owen Field. Reporting from Owen Field, Michael Thompson, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Michael. Construction for the west side will begin following the 2027 football season and will continue through the 2028 season.
Coming up, see what freshman is shining and how the OU women's basketball team bounced back after a tough loss to number 3 UCLA.
And how Luka and LeBron-less Lakers fended against the Thunder.
Who's in and who's out ahead of the Sooners' trip to Tuscaloosa? And which captain on the football team is still questionable? I'll have all this and more in sports. Sorry.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Oh, right. Look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs. We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savebythescan.org.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Hello, I'm Ethan Vegas, and it's time for sports. Brent Venables is 4-1 at Oklahoma after a bye week, but who will be ready to play and who won't after the latest bye? After an impressive 71-yard scoop and score touchdown against Tennessee, R. Mason Thomas suffered a pulled hamstring. Although he's had a week to recover, Thomas is still listed as questionable in the latest injury report ahead of the Sooners' trip to Tuscaloosa, along with Jaden Jackson, and the Sooners say they'll be ready no matter what.
That's just what we prepare for. We practice. Everyone, if you're on the bus, you're going to practice and prepare like a starter, and that's the standard here. And so that's all we're worried about. And it's not about who's going to be playing or who's not. And it's about playing to a standard, practicing to a standard, and preparing to a standard.
OU women's basketball lost their first game of the season Monday night, falling to the number 3 UCLA Bruins by 14 points. Kevin Daniels has how they plan to bounce back.
OU women's basketball started their third game of the season against Kansas City. This one all Aaliyah Chavez. She takes the opening tip-off and says, hey, why don't I shoot it from right here? Drills the three. OU takes a quick 3-0 lead. Staying in the first, Chavez is going to find herself wide open on the corner. Of course, she's not going to miss that one when it's that wide open. Sooners now lead 16-10. Then moving on into the third, a little bit of an ISO situation. She'll pull it and drain another 3. That's one of 7 made on the day. Sooners win 89-61. Well, the Sooners certainly lit up the scoreboard against the Roos, shooting 52% from beyond the arc. But to head coach Jenny Baranczyk, the true value of this game comes from how the team bounced back from Monday's loss to UCLA.
You know, we didn't look at our game against UCLA and say, oh, we were close, we worked hard, nice try. It was, no, we didn't show up how we needed to show up. And we get to either learn that in November to teach us later, or we're going to be in trouble.
Like, I had a lot of wide open shots today, but at the same time, I wanted to make the right play for the team. And if I was wide open, I'm going to shoot that shot. But if Brooklyn was wide open, like, I'm going to give her the ball at the same time. Like, it's just, what's the best play for the team?
Sooners' next game will come against North Alabama on Friday from the Lloyd Noble Center. Kevin Daniel, OU Nightly.
Luka and the Lakers rolled into OKC last night looking to take down the 11-1 Thunder. No Jalen Williams, no problem, as Cason Wallace slams one over Luka, holding him to only 19 points and 7 for 20 shooting. And on the offensive front, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, dropping 30 points in only 29 minutes, extends them to 6-0 at home in the 121-92 win.
All right, well, thank you. The Eras Tour might be over, but we know all too well that Taylor Swift is far from done.
Coming up, what the artist dropped today and what you can add to your wish list. We hope you're ready for it.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Water is our most precious resource and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
Evacuation orders in Weatherford have been lifted after a semi-truck leaked ammonia in a hotel parking lot. 34 people were hospitalized after being exposed to the chemical, with 2 being reported in critical condition. The Weatherford Office of Emergency Management says the scene will now be turned over to the trucking company's partners to start the cleanup process. Kariana, Reagan, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sutton. Now that we're almost back to December, Taylor Swift has some exciting news. The trailer for her upcoming Disney Plus documentary series, The End of an Era, is out.
The series promises an inside look at the Eras tour. The first 2 of 6 episodes come out on December 12th. And if you're wondering, is it over now? Nope. Just hours ago, Swift released holiday merch that'll never go out of style. You can find it on store.taylorswift.com.
I was actually browsing her website. I saw a couple of cute sweaters that, might get for some gifts for some people.
Same, but it doesn't feel like sweater weather, so.
Yeah, it is definitely not 22 out.
No, guys, and we're not going to be going back to December with our temperatures for quite a while. Just checking out what temperatures are going to be like in Tuscaloosa for game day this weekend. If you're wondering, for the Sooners or just for what it's going to be like, it's going to be in the 70s for most of the day in Alabama, but clear skies, plenty of good conditions for the football players out there. But here in Norman, for the next 7 days, we are going to stay warm. We do have a cold front coming through Sunday, but rain chances towards the end of the week.
Thank you so much, Aiden. You make me excited to watch that game on Saturday. And thank you for watching OU Nightly. I'm Kariana Gambella.
And I'm Reagan Garvin. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Good night.